Hello everybody, my name is Trey Company and I am at Halong Bay. In this video, I'm gonna tell you about Halong Bay itself. Actually, to travel Halong Bay is really easy. Just book your cruise and that's all. Everything is automatic. But I'm sure that somebody wants to understand the area itself. What is this place? Why it is famous? And which area does Halong Bay have? Yeah, if you're kind of that person, this video is for you. It's time to discover Halong Bay.
Halong Bay is the name of a bay in the Halong region of northern Vietnam. Just like San Francisco has San Francisco Bay and Tokyo has Tokyo Bay, there is a bay in Halong, so it's called Halong Bay. It's a part of Gulf of Tonkin, surrounded by northern Vietnam and southern China. It's about 120 kilometers from Hanoi in a straight line, similar with the distance from New York to Philadelphia. With its long coastline, Vietnam has many marine resorts: Da Nang, Nha Trang, Vũng Tàu, Phu Quoc. Halong Bay is completely different from other marine resorts because of its karst terrain. When you think of a marine holiday, it will be some resort with a beautiful horizon on sea, you lie on sunbed, swim, walk on the white sandy beach. But travel to Halong Bay is a completely different experience. You get to see the exotic rocks from afar, and you can actually sail between them in a small boat. And the scale of the bay is staggering. There are around 2,000 islands scattered over an area of 15 times the size of Paris. Another famous foreign karst, the Zhangjiajie scenic area seen in China, covers 264 square kilometers, and Plitvice Lakes in Croatia is about 300. Now you realize the enormity of Halong Bay. Halong, or Shalong in Chinese, it means dragon descending from sky because of the enormity of the landscape. Of course, it's listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994, and this spectacular natural landscape is not very far from Hanoi, the capital city of Vietnam and the most worthy city to visit in the country. That's why many people come to Halong Bay to see it. It's a highlight of traveling to Hanoi. When calcareous material on land is eroded over time, beautiful exotic rocks remains like this. Lime isn't that rare in our planet. If you look for karst in northern Vietnam, Halong Bay is not the only place. Ninh Binh in the south, Ha Giang in the northwest, but Halong Bay is much bigger than those two. And the mechanism for traveling is different from the others too. In Ninh Binh, you can take a boat for a while, but basically Ninh Binh is a karst on land. The same goes for Ha Giang, which is famous for its loop. Its main theme is motorbike travel. You cannot get there without a road. But Halong Bay is sea-based, so you can go anywhere with a cruise. You just hop on in and it will show you around. You can jump into the water and swim too. This is a feature of Halong Bay that other karst destinations do not have. Halong Bay is a large area, includes each small areas. This is Halong Bay, that's Lan Ha Bay. And they also belong to different provinces too. We will get into that a little bit later. But in the videos, they all look like the same bay. It's actually not Halong Bay, it's a Kappa Island, and this is Lan Ha Bay. That's because it's a very large karst archipelago. Three names are very famous than others. There are Halong Bay, Lan Ha Bay, and Kappa Island. But they're basically same geographic site. I mentioned that there are cruise trips in Halong Bay. What is cruise? It's all-inclusive package that combines sightseeing, dining, and accommodation while traveling on the sea. The sightseeing part is one of three components of the cruise. In fact, in most destinations, sightseeing has a similar cost, because public transports and entrance fees are fixed. But when it comes to food and accommodation, there's a wide range of prices. There are cheap local restaurants, there are expensive restaurants. There are hostels that cost $5 a night, and there are luxury hotels, very luxury. Cruises are the dominant form of tourism in Halong Bay. While the scenic sightseeing is similar at all price points, but the quality of food accommodation provided by cruises are very variable. There are half-day cruise for $25, that excludes accommodation and meals. There are also multi-day, multi-meal cruises that cost few $100s. You can compare different cruises to suit your budget and time. The combination of the first, second, and third features you can have a different experience every time you go to Halong Bay. Our first area is Hanoi, the capital city of Vietnam. Why Hanoi when we are talking about Halong Bay? Because you're traveling to Halong Bay through Hanoi. You could fly into Haiphong Airport and go straight to Halong Bay, but very few people do that. Most people will include Halong Bay as part of their trip to Hanoi. There are three main starting points for traveling to Halong Bay from Hanoi. The first is the Old Quarter, which is the center of Hanoi. This is where the typical Halong Bay tour starts. You can book a beautiful cruise tour in here, and also a limousine van with a pickup service or tourist bus. Anything through a travel agent, something for the traveler, you can find it at the Old Quarter. The second and third are more local, via public transport, meeting bus terminal at the west, Jalan bus terminal at the east. Bus terminal is called Ban Xe in Vietnamese, and sometimes Google Map cannot find the English word, so you have to search in Vietnamese. Miding goes to Bai Chai in Halong region, and Jaram goes to the city center of Haiphong. You are probably wondering, why Haiphong? But I will explain later. This is the local bus station. I don't recommend it, to be honest. It's not very well maintained, and there's a lot of people trying to rip you off. Just know that you can get there by public transport. It's cheaper a bit than the limo, but more uncomfortable, a lot. Now we can move on to Halong Bay itself. This is the universal Halong Bay. Do you see this boundary? Quang Ninh and Haiphong share the bay. Many trips to Halong Bay starts in the north, through Halong City. So basic Halong Bay tour include Bai Chai of Halong City, the neighboring towns, and the bay in the south. The sea part of Halong Bay is not free for you to look around. You are not going to rent a small boat and row yourself, are you? You are going to be on a cruise anyway, going around a set route. So the only thing you know about the ocean is, oh, there is a lot of islands. You don't get to decide where you go, but the scenery is pretty much the same. We'll just stop at between the islands, then enjoy kayaking, swimming in the sea. Where you have more freedom is on the mainland in Halong City. First of all, because Halong Bay is such a popular destination, one terminal cannot handle all those cruises, and some of more prestigious cruises have their own dedicated check-in desk. Especially on Tuan Chau Island, southwest of Halong City, there are many check-in desks of expensive cruises. Stellar on the Seas, Genesis Regal, those are the names of the cruises. When you book an expensive cruise, you can request a pickup service, and they will take you right here from your hotel in Old Quarter of Hanoi. And back to Halong. Its tourist center is here, Bai Chai. The bus terminal of Bai Chai is a little bit further away, so if you take a public bus, you will have to take a taxi into town. Bai Chai is a typical seaside tourist town. There's a row of standard hotels, also the occasional branded hotel like Novotel. There's a local amusement park like Stoneworld. There's another cruise terminal here too. You can get tickets directly here, but it's sold out easily and confusing how to buy. So I'd recommend booking well in advance, either online or through a travel agent. Some of the hotels in Bai Chai do that kind of intermediary service. And if you go across the bridge to the east, to the Hong Kai area, the view is different. From Bai Chai, the islands look far away and spread near horizon. But off the coast of Hong Kai, the karst Rocky Mountains are very close. It's fun to drive around and go to cafes. Sunwheel on the hill is a bonus. If you book your cruise with a pickup service, you wouldn't have a chance to go to any of these places. The limo will take you to the cruise and pick you up again. But someone who is going to take the time to do some free time in Bai Chai, they can explore Bai Chai and the surrounding area at your leisure. Staying here is a good option. First of all, unlike a cruise, there's a good internet access. And there is a luxury resort like Vimpro. Individual travel to Bai Chai is another way to enjoy Halong Bay. Next up is Gat Pa Island. It's the largest island in Halong Bay area. As you can see on the map, it's a part of Haiphong. That's why I showed you the Jalan bus terminal from Hanoi to Haiphong. Because if you go to Gat Pa Island by public transport, you have to go through Haiphong. Hanoi to Haiphong by bus or train, then Haiphong to Gat Pa by bus, boat, and bus again. The western side of Gat Pa Island is the usual route to the island. There is also a ferry from the north to Halong, but this is rarely taken on individual travel. The center of the island is Gat Pa town, in the southernmost part of the island. A direct bus from Hanoi to Gat Pa will take you here. If Halong's Baichai is overrun with tourists, it's more a backpacker's haven. Tourists to Gat Pa use here as a base camp to explore the island. Trekking in the mountain in the center of the island, or take a cruise to Lana Bay from here. Lana Bay is a name given to the sea to the southeast of Gat Pa Island. The scenery is not that different from Halong Bay, it's just a different location. If you cut Gat Pa Island up and down, the top is Halong Bay, the bottom is Lana Bay. The Lana Bay cruise from Gat Pa Island is more relaxed than Halong Bay cruises. Passengers on Halong Bay cruises are traveling from Hanoi. It's a bit far from Halong Bay. They have to consider the travel time and pack their luggage. But Lana Bay cruise from Gat Pa Island is just an offshore trip. Yes, Halong Bay area can be divided into these four main areas. Baichai in Halong, the startup standard journey, and then there's Halong Bay. Cruises from Baichai or Tuanchou mostly circle around Halong Bay. Gat Pa, the largest island and the region in itself, and Lana Bay, off the coast of Gat Pa and connected to Halong Bay. But these regional divisions are not absolute. If you have enough money, you can do pretty much anything in Halong Bay. When you can take a day or overnight cruises from Baichai, it only goes around Halong Bay. But a 2 or 3 nights cruise will take you to Halong Bay, Lana Bay, Gat Pa Island all. So you can see and experience them at once. Of course, the whole area is Halong Bay anyway, but I know you still have some questions. So how does the cruise work? And what exactly can you do on Gat Pa Island? That's in the next video. Pros and cons of Halong Bay and 4 ways to travel Halong Bay. Yes, this is it. These are the basics of Halong Bay. So let's summarize what you learned today.
Actually, the town Baichai is not very interesting, just hotels and cruises and that's all. But this beautiful beach is amazing. White sand, sea, palm trees, beautiful rock islands. I hope you enjoy Halong Bay soon. Thank you for watching this long video and thank you again.